Have you ever tried to manifest something? Maybe using Neville Goddard's state akin to sleep, or SATS, only to find yourself getting distracted, losing focus, or just plain falling asleep? You're not alone. This is a common hurdle, and today we're going to talk about why it happens and introduce a powerful, minimalist approach to make your SATs sessions incredibly effective. This isn't just another technique. It is a deep dive into the mechanics of your mind and body to unlock your true manifesting potential. Let's start by understanding what SATS really is. It's that magical, drowsy state right before you drift off to sleep. Your conscious mind, the gatekeeper, is starting to power down, making your subconscious mind incredibly receptive to new ideas. This is the fertile ground where you plant the seeds of your desire, feeling it as if it's already a reality. But here's where many people stumble. They try to visualize, and suddenly they're wide awake, analyzing every detail. Or they try to feel, and their mind wanders off to the day's worries. This frustrating cycle is what I call the observer trap. The observer trap happens when your effort to control the drowsy state ironically pulls you out of it. You become an observer of your own drowsiness, thinking, am I drowsy enough? Am I doing this right? This very act of observation engages your analytical, conscious mind, the exact part of your brain you're trying to quiet. It's like trying to catch a delicate butterfly by chasing it with a net. The more you chase, the more it flutters away. The goal isn't to force the state, but to gently guide your awareness into it. The moment you start overthinking, you've lost the magic. So, how do we avoid this trap? The key lies in understanding the physiology of drowsiness. As you get sleepy, your brain's electrical activity slows down, shifting from active beta waves to relaxed alpha waves, and then to the dreamy theta waves of the SATS state. At the same time, your awareness of the external world and your physical body begins to fade. Your body feels heavy. Your thoughts become fragmented and floaty. This is the sweet spot. Instead of fighting to maintain a crystal clear mental movie, which stimulates the brain, we need a method that works asterisk. With asterisk, this natural shutdown process, this is where the power of tactile sensory vividness comes in. Our sense of touch is incredibly primal and potent. It's often the last sense to fully fade as we fall asleep. Think about it. You can still feel the weight of your blanket or the texture of your sheets, even when you on the brink of sleep. Visualizing requires significant mental energy, which can wake you up. But focusing on a simple, tactile sensation, that requires very little effort and can anchor your awareness without overstimulating your brain. This is the secret weapon to bypass the observer trap. Now, let's put this all together into what I call the minimalist protocol. This isn't about complex scenes or lengthy affirmations. It's about one single, powerful, tactile event that implies your wish is fulfilled. First, get into your comfortable sleeping position. Don't try to force drowsiness. Just let it come naturally. As you feel yourself starting to drift, bring your awareness to your hands. If it's a new home, feel the cold, solid metal of the key in your palm. If it's a relationship, feel the sensation of a wedding ring on your finger. Don't try to see it. Don't try to build a whole story around it. Just focus on the raw, physical sensation. Feel the texture, the temperature, the weight. Let this one tactile feeling be your entire world. Is the ring smooth or does it have edges? Is the key heavy or light? Immerse yourself completely in that single sensory detail. This minimalist approach requires very little mental energy, so it doesn't jolt you awake. It anchors you in the feeling of the wish fulfilled while allowing your body to continue its natural descent into sleep. To make this even more powerful, you can pair it with the lullaby method. A lullaby is a short, simple phrase that implies fulfillment. Something like thank you, or it is done, or isn't it wonderful? As you focus on your tactile sensation, mentally whisper this phrase to yourself. Aubert and Aubert, like a Hitler rhythmic chant. The key is that the phrase should be comforting and create a feeling of relief and satisfaction. The combination is incredibly potent. The tactile sensation anchors your feeling in physical reality, while the lullaby soothes your conscious mind into acceptance. Let's recap the entire process. Lie down to sleep as you normally would. As you begin to feel drowsy, shift your focus to a single, simple, tactile sensation that implies your desire is already yours. Feel it with as much sensory vividness as you can, focusing only on the sense of touch. Don't visualize, just feel. As you hold on to this feeling, gently repeat a short, comforting phrase, your lullaby, over and over. Continue this gentle loop of feeling and repeating until you naturally drift off to sleep. You've now successfully planted the seed in your subconscious mind in the most effective way possible. This minimalist SATS protocol is about working smarter, not harder. It respects the natural process of falling asleep and uses the unique power of your sense of touch to bypass the analytical mind. It stops you from becoming an observer and instead allows you to become a participant in your new reality. By simplifying your focus to one tactile point and a gentle lullaby, you make it almost effortless to enter and maintain the state akin to sleep. Ensuring your manifestation is impressed upon the subconscious with clarity and power. Give this a try tonight. Let go of the need to control, to see, to analyze. Just choose your feeling, choose your lullaby, and let your body do the rest. You might be amazed at how quickly and powerfully this simple shift in technique can transform your results. Thank you for watching, and if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the power of your own wonderful human imagination. Sleep well and manifest beautifully. The one simple mistake we discussed earlier, the observer trop-profond, stems from a lack of naturalness. If your visualization feels like a huge, shocking, once-in-a-lifetime event, your subconscious will treat it as a fantasy. For a manifestation to harden into fact, it must feel natural to you. It must feel like something that should be happening. If you are visualizing being a millionaire but you feel like an imposter in your own mind, the SATS will not take root. Naturalness is achieved through the mundane details of your scene. Instead of visualizing the grand moment of winning, visualize the mundane moment of having. Imagine yourself putting on your shoes in your new house, or checking your email and seeing a balance that no longer surprises you. When the state becomes normal to you, it has no choice but to manifest. The subconscious does not manifest what you want. It manifests what you believe is natural for you to have. During SATS, check your internal reaction. If you feel a surge of intense, manic excitement, you are actually affirming that you don't have the thing yet. True SATS success feels like a deep, calm sigh of relief. It feels like, of course, this happened. Aim for the feeling of a settled fact. When the scene feels as natural as your current name or your current address, you have successfully rewritten your self-concept. The 3D world must now move to match this new internal norm. The most critical moment of the entire process is the exact second you lose consciousness and transition into sleep. This is the handoff from the conscious mind to the subconscious. Whatever state you are in at that precise moment is the order that the subconscious will work on during the night. If you spend 20 minutes visualizing perfectly, but then spend the last 30 seconds worrying about your bills before you drift off, you have effectively canceled your order. Your goal in SATS is to fall asleep in the scene. You should be looping your first-person sensory experience or your lullaby phrase right up until the moment you black out. You want the very last thought in your head to be the thank you or the feeling of the textured object in your hand. This ensures that the subconscious spends the next 6 to 8 hours marinating in the frequency of your wish fulfilled. You are giving your deeper mind a blueprint to build while you are away. This is why physical relaxation is so important. If you are uncomfortable or tense, you'll be distracted during the handoff. Prepare your environment so that you can drift off easily. Some people worry that if they fall asleep, they have failed. On the contrary, falling asleep in the state is the ultimate success. It is the signature on the contract. Once you fall asleep in the feeling of being who you want to be, the seed is planted in the fertile soil of the infinite, and its growth is guaranteed. The work of SATS does not end when you wake up. It continues in how you carry yourself the following morning. Neville described the feeling of a successful SATS as a tincture that colors your entire day. When you wake up, you should not immediately look for results in the 3D world. Looking for results is an admission that you don't have it yet. Instead, you should wake up with the quiet, smug satisfaction of a person who knows a secret. You should feel that the event has already happened in the only reality that matters. If you wake up and feel the old lack returning, do not panic. Simply remind yourself, I have already seen it. I have already felt it. And therefore, it is. Carry the mood of your SATS scene into your coffee, your commute, in your conversations. You are not trying to make it happen during the day. You are simply waiting for the 3D shadow to catch up to the 4D fact. Today's the bridge of incidents unfolding, even if it doesn't look like it yet. A successful SATS session will often result in a loss of desire. You may find that you don't feel the need to visualize or affirm as intensely anymore. This is a great sign. It means you have reached the Sabbath, the state of psychological conviction. You feel that it is finished. When you reach this point, you don't need to force the SATS anymore. You can simply rest in the knowledge that your order is being processed by the universe. Your persistence is now a matter of staying in the mood rather than doing the technique. Ultimately, SATS is a tool to help you realize that you are the creator of your own experience. It is not a magic spell to change the world. It is a method to change you. As you master SATS, you begin to realize that the mistake of the observer was actually a mistake of identity. You are looking at your life as an outsider because you didn't believe you were the one in control. The final awakening in SATS is the realization that you are the director, the actor, and the audience of your entire life. As you become more proficient, you will find that you can enter a mini SATS at any time during the day. You can close your eyes for 30 seconds in a chair and touch your desired reality. This ability to move between states at will is the mark of a master. You are no longer at the mercy of the 3D worlds, no. You know that you can go into the silence and produce it, yes, that the world must eventually obey. Your imagination has become your primary residence, and the 3D world is just the guest house. The 99% fail because they treat SATS as a way to get something from a reluctant universe. The 1% succeed because they treat SATS as a way to be the version of themselves that already has it. Stop watching the movie and start being the character. Occupy your desire with every imaginable sense you possess. Fall asleep in the arms of your success. When you finally stop trying to manifest and start assuming the manifestation, the simple mistake is corrected, and the law becomes your loyal servant.